So let's wrap this up. We are going to do a draft. So this is last episode, we did name, image, likeness draft. This is going to be a draft of the best game day experiences / moments. So not necessarily like which college has the best atmosphere or anything, but like the things that happen on a football Saturday in college football. What are your favorite moments there? So we snake draft. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then back. Caroline, you are the guest. Which position would you like to pick in, first, second, or third?
I'll go right in the middle. I'll go second.
Wow, nice. Pat, you want first or third?
I'll go third.
Wow. Okay. You guys just giving me the number 1 overall pick. Now there's no pressure.
Don't screw it up.
All right. So these are the best moments, experiences, things you love about a college football Saturday. I gave this one to you guys as an example. I'm just going to take it because it probably is my favorite thing in the world. It's the first beer at the tailgate. It is. I think for me, even as a college student, I was never a morning person. Like, there are some people who just live to wake up and like get ready for the tailgate and get things set up. I was never that guy. So like just getting out of bed, getting to the field was like a miserable experience. And then you hear those Irish crickets. The first natty light is opened and everything is good. The world is beautiful. The sun is shining and you have a beautiful day ahead of you. So my number 1 is the first beer at the tailgate.
I would have done the same if I was first. So good pick.
All right,
it's the start of the day. It's important.
Absolutely.
All right, so I know we don't want to just specifically turn this into a drink, food / draft, but I feel like buffalo chicken dip is like its own experience at a tailgate. Like, it's not just like, what's your favorite thing to bring to a tailgate? Like, it is at least 50% of the tailgate experience is a good buffalo chicken dip. Have to have it at every single tailgate. Fun fact, but not really that fun. Before the Ohio State game, when I was there in 2016, I like almost burnt down my apartment trying to make it the morning of the game. My oven just decided to they call it like a runaway temperature, and the oven just overheated, sort of like melting the side of my fridge. My whole apartment was just like filled with smoke before I left for the game. I'm like, well, hopefully this is okay because I have places to be, and it was all worth it for the buffalo chicken dip. So I just feel like that's its own thing.
Buffalo chicken dip is life. Excellent.
You can't have
excellent
a tailgate
pick for
without
number
it.
2 overall. Pat, you got some tough picks to follow up here, but
Yeah.
you do get 2 in a row.
So, Chris, you're going to have to tell me if my pick is too similar to yours, because it is pretty similar. My favorite thing, first thing in the morning, the shower shotgun.
I think I'll allow that.
Yeah, that's a different experience.
Shotgun a beer in the shower with your buddies, in the frat house, communal showers.
How to do it.
And God forbid anything goes wrong, you've got your mess cleaned up right in front of you.
Okay. I like it. I can't tell you the last time I've done a shower shotgun, as I just turned 31 years old. But this season, might have to bring that back, just in my apartment by myself.
Absolutely.
I'm not opposed. I've never done one, but not opposed.
Okay, listen. We're gonna kick this year off.
It's
right.
the move, because
I've
seen the mistakes that can happen with an 8 a.m. shotgun. And let me tell you, the shower is the best place to do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Pat. What's your next one? We're doing. Oh, by the way, I didn't say this. We're getting 4 picks each. I think that's pretty standard. Mount Rushmore. Pat, what's your number 2?
After this, halftime chicken basket and soda. Boom. You've been standing for 2.5 hours. You're depleted. You're tired. The flask you snuck into the tailgate is warm and doesn't taste good anymore. You go get a chicken basket. You pour the rest of your booze in that soda, and you rally for the second half.
Damn good. I haven't had a chicken basket in a long time, and I'm like craving one. So that pick only intensified that for me. Thank you, Pat. All right, Caroline, what's your second one?
All right. I think I'm going to go with, so once you're in the game, and it doesn't matter if it's, your school's chant or a song that everybody knows. I really like when everyone sings To Me specifically, Sweet Caroline.
There you go.
But just like being in there and singing or cheering along with the rest of the stadium, especially when it's a full stadium. Of course, at Penn State, always at least 107,000 people in there. closest friends. And it gets emotional. You know, you're like drunk, you've been drinking all day at the first game of the season. Maybe it's the whiteout, whatever you've got going on. It's an emotional feeling, you know, it's overcome. You're part of something. All these other people are all coming together for a common cause. Like, I don't go to church, but I imagine, and you know, it's a pretty religious experience, similar to being in church. So yeah, I think just being together with everyone, cheering, yelling, whatever's going on, and it's so loud and the whole stadium's shaking. Oh, I need it now. I need it right now. I can't wait.
I love that. I had one that was similar. I don't know. I'll save it in my back pocket in case I need one later. But I fully agree with that. Comparing it to church is exactly right. Like I'm a religious person, but that feeling of just like that's the gospel. Like hearing that we are for the first time. It's just
Penn State's my religion.
Put that on a bumper sticker. Put that on a t-shirt. All right, I'm up next. I got 2 of them here. I literally wrote down like a list of like 20 of them because I didn't want to run out of ideas. So now I'm going through deciding which ones to pick. I'm going to go with football weather. The perfect fall day where you can wear like the most comfortable clothes, like jeans and a t-shirt. You don't need a jacket. You don't need to be bundled up. The leaves are the perfect color. They're falling off. You get that nice little breeze where you're not too hot. You're not too cold. Football weather is probably my favorite season. Like I know that's not a season, but like I classify it as because you got those couple of weeks of football weather and it's ideal. I don't know how you can beat it. So that is my second pick.
The best is when you don't have to plan your like layers ahead of time. Like it's going to be freezing in the morning and then I'm going to be sweating and then I'm going to lose all my clothes because I like throw them in the back of people's trucks and like that's always a disaster trying to plan ahead. I like when it's just perfect weather, start to finish. You bring one outfit, no other accessories, and you don't have to worry about that.
50 degrees all day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I cannot wait to be back in State College this fall. I cannot wait. All right, I have another one here. I think I'm going to go with this one. Timing your bathroom trip properly so there's a very short line. One of the small pleasures of life is like being in a stadium with 110,000 people and you get to a bathroom and there's not a massive line. It's just like, this is better than winning the lottery. I can go feel good. I can get through the day and I don't have to stand there about to piss myself. So it doesn't happen often, but when it happens, it's pretty magical. So short bathroom line. That's my number 3 there.
Huge. That's nice. All right, yeah, I have the same thing. I wrote down a bunch of like really specific scenarios, and I'm trying to figure out how like detailed I want to get with them. Let's see here. I think one of them would probably have to be sharing a nice like Jello shot with a stranger. So oftentimes when I'm at a tailgate, I'll get put in charge of the Jello shots, the pudding shots, whatever they are. And I always end up making way too many. And I don't want to take these home. So I just start giving them out to strangers. And it's like a nice way to bond with people. I remember a couple years ago, the Iowa game, like some nice Iowa fans, I started handing them out to them. They thought they were fantastic. I made these pudding ones and no one wanted them because they're like, oh, pudding, that's too heavy. That's gross. They were so good. I ate like 15. I was wasted off these pudding shots. But yeah, it's just like a quick little thing. Like you don't have to like give away a whole beer or whatever you've got going on. Just like a little Jello shot. You probably have too many anyway. Just pass them around, and it's a fun time. A couple of years ago, the lot that I tailgate in, it's not the RV lot, but it's a lot that has like RVs in it. It's like very close to the stadium, and a lot of the Penn State parents are there. And Michael Mennett's mom gave us some Jello shots. They were so good. My mom wrote down the recipe, and we've made them a couple of times since then. They were so freaking good.
Shout out Mama Mennett.
Yeah, shout out to her. Cool. They were fantastic. But yeah, sharing Jello shots, pudding shots, whatever you're in the mood for with a stranger.
I love it. Stranger interactions are the best. I had a couple of those written down as well. Just like having that moment with like, I don't know you, you don't know me, but in this moment we are best friends. We are. And best
like
friends.
Another very specific thing with that is like I actually wrote down, but I don't need it to be a pick. Like when you're at an away game and you see somebody on your team and you like give them the sup nod and you're like, yeah, that's right. We're in enemy territory right now. What's up? Yeah, that's another.
I love it. All right, Pat, bring us home. Your last 2 here.
All right, I'm going with cornhole.
Great.
Wow, how did I miss that?
You get to the tailgate. Everyone's cracked open their first drinks. it's early in the morning, but you got to get the competitive juices flowing. Get ready for what's about to happen inside that stadium. So you pick by far the best tailgating game. It's the perfect combination of energy, but the least can go wrong. It's not like throwing a football around where you miss, it's bouncing into people's cars. Not like dizzy bat where maybe you're too drunk and you let go of the bat and it hits a woman in the face and they won't accept your apology. Like these happen,
That sounds like oddly specific. Like maybe drawing from personal experience there.
I could be. But cornhole, there's just nothing that can go wrong. And it gets intense, but not too intense. It never comes to blows. It's dynamite.
I like it.
And you can hold your drink while you do it.
It's a perfect game. It's a perfect game. All right, what's your last pick here, Pat?
My last pick is another pretty specific one. I'm going with a different one. Last pick, shoulder pumps. There's nothing better. You're on a Saturday, maybe you're not eating healthy, you're drinking, but you get a good workout in because Penn State just keeps scoring, and you come out of there with just sore shoulders.
I thought I knew where you were going with there, but I wasn't completely sure.
I was really confused when you first said that.
Just get a good old-fashioned shoulder pump.
Okay, I gotcha.
I gotta say, I've left several games very sore from that, and there's not a knock on any women I've lifted up in my life, but you get to the 50 burger, and
a body is a body.
I've done this so many damn times.
It's not like you just did 50. You did 50, and then you did 43 before
right.
that. Yeah,
it's a little factorial.
You're getting your reps in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shoulder pumps. That's a good way to say it.
That is a good one.
Caroline, what's your last one?
All right, this is tough here because I have so many oddly specific things that I just love. But I think one that will resonate with a lot of people is just drunk parents and all the things that are encapsulated with that. It's just, we're all here. Some of us are in college. Some of us didn't graduate that long ago. It's it's still acceptable to get pretty drunk at the tailgate. And then the parents that are just fuck it. Whether they're retired, just hate their jobs, relatable, whatever it is, we're all just gather around for one cause, and it's to get really drunk and celebrate Penn State. And I love when the parents get into it. It's more fun to see the old people getting into it. Not to call my parents old, but I love when they come to tailgates. It's always a good time. My dad is a huge wine drinker, so he'll show up with a huge bottle of red wine, which is really strange for a tailgate, but it gets him going just the same. So whatever, do your thing, Dad. My mom will have one drink and be just off her rocker, completely trashed. And she's a lot of fun. So I love when she does that. When I was in school, she would come up for almost every single game, pack the car, God bless her, do everything by herself, drive up with everything in her car, so much food, so much alcohol. And we just go through all of it. And she came up for every home game and was a great sport about it. So I think she loves tailgating now. I've gotten her to beer bong quite a few times, which is always fun. I like to record that, and she gets mad sometimes because I make her do too many. One time she was a little tipsy. Both of my parents were there, and she saw some people playing dizzy bat, and she thought that looked fun. And my dad was like, hold on a sec. I'm not allowed to wear shoes in the house. You are not drinking out of the community bat. That's just not, we're not doing this. And she's had one drink. She's like, oh, come on. It looks so fun. This was obviously pre-COVID, but my dad was clearly ahead of the game and knew that would be pretty disgusting. But I mean, I don't know. She probably would have been okay.
Incredible.
We should let her do it before it was socially unacceptable. But I'm sure people of Penn State will still be playing dizzy bat next year. I have no worries about that.
Yeah, I think it'll happen. That was actually going to be my last one, was parents or grandparents playing a drinking game. So good pick. You stole it from me. I also did have throwing a football around, but then Pat, you shit on that as too complex. I feel I can't take that anymore. Because when I throw the football around, I have those moments where I think I'm way better than I am. You get one throw and you're I'm incredible. But I won't take that one. I have one that I think is similar to the school song chant, but it's different. You guys let me know if this is acceptable. The wave in the stadium. Is that different enough?
Yeah, no, that's its own thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I do want to clarify though. I love the wave, but only the first one. If you do it 3 or 4 times within a game, I'm over it after the first one. But something about that first wave where especially in a stadium like Penn State, where there are just shit ton of people and it looks so pretty as it's going around the stadium. We get the fast wave, the slow wave. It's something about that. Yep, yep, this is a college football game. Like, I'm home right now. I'm where I'm supposed to be. So I will wrap it up with the wave.
Love it.
Guys, that's a pretty good draft. That's not bad.
I think so. There were too many things to choose from, but I think we narrowed it down pretty nicely.
Do you guys have any honorable mentions that you didn't get to that you want to rattle off here?
I haven't done it in a while, but back in my school days, I used to always fall asleep in my mom's car because I wasn't big on beer or seltzer. So I just drank so much liquor that I would involuntarily pass out in her car before literally every single game. Still would make it in the stadium. So like a car nap. I haven't done that in a while. I learned how to drink seltzer.
I had the post-game nap. Like after the
yeah.
game, once you're dead, like you go sleep for a couple hours before going out at night. I think that's a pretty good one.
Big time. Maybe pass out in somebody else's apartment by accident.
I've done that. It's happened. Where am I? Where am I? All right, so we will put this out on Twitter, on Instagram. If you're listening to this, I hope you enjoyed that. You'll have to vote. Let us know who had the best one. Pat won our last one in a landslide. I got a little too cute with my picks last time, so I tried to not pander, but tried to be a little bit more mainstream here.
You thought too hard.
Oh, definitely. It was the first time we've done it, so we're getting better.